Good afternoon. This is Heather Beyer reporting for the News Leader. We're here today with Josh and Sheila Golobek, and we're going to be talking today about his experience and challenges that he had with cancer. And next week he will be graduating from Nordonia High School. Hi, Josh and Sheila.
Hi.
Thank you for both being here today and sharing your story. Josh, my first question for you was, when were you first diagnosed? When did you first learn the news that you had cancer?
It was August 1st, 2009. 2008, sorry, my bad.
I can't imagine what that day was like for both of you. Sheila, did the doctors pull you aside and tell you first, or can you kind of take me back to that day a little bit?
Well, he didn't show typical symptoms of a brain tumor, so we were very surprised. He had been playing baseball that year, and he thought he felt like he had something in his eye, so we took him to the doctor, and they couldn't find anything. They just gave him drops, and then he just said keep an eye on it. And the next week his eyes started rolling up, so we took him to the eye doctor, and he couldn't find anything, and he sent us to the specialist the next day, and they couldn't find anything. We were there 2.5 hours, so he sent us for a CAT scan at Akron Children, and it was the day after his 12th birthday we found out. They were looking, they thought maybe he had a broken bone or something in his cheek from baseball, and so they pulled him away from us and then told us. So it was devastating.
And when you heard those words, cancer, what?
I mean, it's shocking. You don't think it could ever happen to your family ever. I mean, we were just a typical family going through life, and you know, it was very shocking. And they basically admitted him right then and there because he had a lot of fluid around the brain, and he was there for 2.5 weeks. He had surgery and then started chemo and radiation a month after.
So tell me a little bit about his treatment. So he was diagnosed with brain cancer.
Yeah, it's medulloblastomoma, and it's a brain tumor, and you know, like I said, they removed it pretty quick, 5 days after he was diagnosed, and then they started treatment right away. It was a 55-week treatment, in and out, chemo. There were days we had to stay for a couple days at a time, and then we were there weekly, and radiation was 6 weeks straight every day at Akron General.
What was school like for you after being in the hospital for such an extended period of time? How did you transition back?
Well, in 7th grade, I went a couple days, not as much because obviously I couldn't do it. But in 8th grade, when I came back, I had to keep telling them the story of how I got cancer and stuff. But I'd used to have to ride up and down in the elevator, and so many of my friends would help me with that. I would get out of class earlier, have 2 study halls instead of 1 to help me out with all the time changes, but I really enjoyed it. Seemed normal. Everyone treated me normal.
Next week you're going to walk across the stage and graduate from high school.
Yeah.
What is that moment going to be like for you? Because you've been through quite a lot for a young man, and what is that moment going to be like? Describe what's going to be running through your mind that day.
Well, it's very bittersweet because all of my class in 2014 are like my family members because they did a lot for me. And even if it was just talking to me or saying, oh, hi, or something, it meant more to me than to them just saying hi to other people. I take more out of it. And I forget when, but I already gave a speech to our class, or my class, to say my goodbyes and how much I'll miss them.
What did you say in this speech? What would you highlight in there? Or how would you summarize it? Sorry.
Well, just like how the little things that they did meant a lot to me, like carrying my books in 8th grade and helping me through everything, just talking to me, getting me involved with everything. I joined the basketball, or I managed the basketball team sophomore and junior year, and like everyone on the team was so nice, and the coach like involved me in everything. We actually won we were close. We won our division both years, and my coach let me be the manager. I had a letterman's jacket that said basketball manager. I got cut down the net when we won the division championship.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I mean they kept me involved in a lot of things.